Hey guys, Andrea here, and I get the fabulous task of showing off July's Take 10 kit. And we're going to start with a cute little stamp that's got some words and arrows. We've also got some dots, and I love these wood veneers. The big ampersand is super cute, and I love the directionals and the stars. I love how there's a cutout and a piece that goes with it. They're gorgeous. Enamel dots, light pink, hot pink, and yellow. That's going to be the theme. Oh, the cute barbecue, a little place to write your post. These cards are so adorable. I love the anchor. The seashells are so adorable. And I love the plugged in, because everybody is. I think it's really cute. And this really delicious striped card. The 4x6s are some lemon wedges, an orange damask, which is really, really pretty. I love this blank calendar. It's going to give us so many options. And a thankful for journaling card. The 4x6s are really, really cute. And I can't even believe this, an entire set of thickers. It's this really, really pretty light colored birch wood grain. And I love that it's a cursive. They all fit beautifully together. This is the July kit, and we're going to get started on a process video. I have already selected the pictures I'm going to use and kind of already laid everything out because I needed to know which supplies I was going to use. But for this today, I'm just going to be putting stuff together. And this was an add-on stamp, and this little love this button, I had forgot to take it off of my my desk when I went to do all of the when I showed off all of the stuff at the beginning. So that was part of the kit. I've pulled some things from other kits and other supplies that I had that I felt went with this orange, red, pink, and yellow and blue theme that I'm going for here. It seems to just fit. This is an entire layout dedicated to us getting our first trampoline. So the boys are super excited. We put it all together ourselves, and I just want to make it very, very fun. So I'm using a dotted paper and some of the directional wood veneers because I'm trying to get and that little star is actually on the Saturday that if that calendar was dated, it would sit on that actual day. Lots of colors to work with here. I'm loving, loving, loving all the colors that I get to play with because I don't feel stuck. So I've made decisions, so I'm going to start gluing. And on this strip is where I'm going to put my title. And I love these cursive thickers because they've got the endings for all the letters, and they just go right into the next letter, which I think is super cute. And that button that says right here is actually from another one of the Take 10 kits, and I hadn't used it yet, and I thought the colors were perfect for it. This is these are just some old speech bubbles from, I think it's a Lori Whitlock kit from a year ago or so, and I'm gonna write around, and so the title is going to be Jump Around because it's fun. I thought about using a pop dot for the flare button, but they are already so thick that I just used my glue stick because they work, so I wasn't concerned about them coming off. Once they get into the pockets, I'm not too terribly concerned. And there's a little date label down there that was yellow that I thought would fit perfectly underneath. I love title cards because you really can set the tone for the whole page. It allows me, I feel the most free with the title cards. I feel like if I start there and I use all of the colors, then I have the freedom to utilize all the rest of the colors throughout the layout. This is just with all of the supplies laid out. I just wanted to add a little label about what that meant. and it was just about getting started. Sometimes with photos, I don't like to embellish them up too much. So I do enjoy using stamps on photos that have a little bit of the negative space. So I'm using the real stamp from the add-on kit. It's big, and I really like how dominant it is without taking away from the photo. And then to the side, I flipped it up on its side, and it says for reals. So it says for reals real. Like, Gibson really put together most of this trampoline, which was very cool. He's a handy guy. For being 12 years old, he's good to have around. I had taken this selfie as I was laying on the trampoline. We were so tired. We jumped all day, all weekend, and I was exhausted. And I pulled this little stamp cut out from a Simple Stories kit, and it says, "Fun is this way," or something like that. And I wanted to pull as many colors again as I could. So that background is a light yellow and a light blue, and then the yellow from the Saturday tag, and the orange tag, and the orange on the button flare. I wanted to just make sure that they were separated enough that they didn't feel cluttered. And originally I cut that stamp out with the stamp design scissor, but then when I placed it on there, it just didn't feel right. So I cut it with straight scissors instead. Sometimes you just think you know what you want, and then you change your mind, and that is okay. And sometimes a little staple is fun. I was just holding it on there a little bit just to make sure that it was nice and secure. Sometimes the glue doesn't dry right away and it slips around a little bit. This card was slightly difficult just because I changed my mind a few times. I thought that I knew what I wanted, and I was trying to keep with just the supplies that I kind of gave myself, but sometimes you don't want to stifle the creativity, so I decided to go and look through some other supplies and see what I could find. And I absolutely love tearing paper. It gives just a little bit of interest, a little bit of texture. And then these really cute Amy Tangerine stickers that are very difficult to get off because they're so thin, but it worked. Simple as that. And sometimes it just doesn't work to add more. And sometimes I want to, and I think that it's going to look right, and I think that it'll be what I want it to be, and it's not, and that is okay also. Just play around, mess around. But I love those wood veneers, and I love being able to use them, and you're going to see that I'm going to take some extra freedoms with them on one of the cards. Embellishments can be difficult. They can be difficult if you've got too many. They can be difficult if you don't have your mojo. But sometimes you just make decisions and get them where they need to go, and you just have to be okay with it. But I love those, the enamel dots. They just add a little bit, and they're just enough. And I love the colors. They're just perfect. I did decide to add some. Sometimes I'll go back like I did on that one and just add a little bit if I think it's appropriate. And this was my first time on our trampoline, and it just felt good to let go. And I absolutely adore this stamp because it's perfect for the theme, and the note to myself was just, So it's another one of these that I struggled with placement of things, but eventually, after a couple of tries, I got it right. And it was just the note to myself to let go, have fun, let the boys see me having fun, and that's always the best. I really didn't want to cover him up too much, and I couldn't. That little sticker wasn't working, so I used these puff stickers from last month's Take 10 kit, and they were perfect, just a little heart and some arrows, because he was pretending to be Superman. This is a photo that I thought that I was going to want to put text on, but I ended up deciding not to because I felt like it distracted from the photo. And so here I'm just using little white stickers that say the first jump, because they got to do the maiden jump before we put any of the pads on or anything. They just wanted to get up there and have a little fun. Journaling is always very important. I like to tell the story. I think that's why most of us do this craft. That way, in 40 years, our kids' can look back and see how we felt about something. I would love to have that. Glimpse into my grandmother's life and how she saw her family growing at the time, and that would have been really great. I'm using these thickers. They're also sort of a wood color. They're actually, they've got a little white stripe to them, but they looked really nice against that cursive thankful. And then I'm actually placing some enamel dots on the letters themselves, which is something that I've seen, but I've never done. And I think it added just a little bit extra. And now I'm going to do something I don't normally do, which is do a lot of embellishments in clusters. I'm never very comfortable doing that. And so I'm taking a bit of a risk and going out of my comfort zone, and I think it worked. I liked using different ones and different shapes and different sizes, and I liked how it added just a little bit more to that plain card. And this July kit is going to be available on the 15th of July, so definitely check out cardstockoption.com for details. You can also check out the Facebook page, Take 10 Kits, where there's a lot of chatter. Everybody's very excited about this kit, and they should be. It's really gorgeous. Super fun to work with. Enjoyed it. Get yourself a kit and have some fun. That's it for me. I'll talk to you guys next time.